Hello and welcome to Psychic Side here on the A1R Psychic Radio Network, Moonstruck TV, and Enlightening Television. I'm your host, John Cappello, and I'm a psychic medium from the North Texas area, and I'm delighted to be part of the #1 psychic radio network on Earth. So today is another version of the Psychic Side. And we are delighted to have you as a listener or viewer of our program as we try to debunk the skeptics. So thank you for joining us today. I always like to try to have a topic to talk about before I get on the program. And today I wanted to talk a little bit about meditation. You know, we live in really such difficult times with protests everywhere, and we have so much going on and so much anxiety out there. Today, I want to talk a little bit about meditation because meditation is a way to kind of help us get centered and help us tune into our higher self, our guides. It helps us with developing our psychic abilities as well. And it's a very healthy way of dealing with stress. And you know, it's just a very stressful time, like I say. And, you know, I had a lady on my Facebook page say something that was interesting. She was someone that didn't like our former president. And she said she walked into a bar and somebody turned on a news channel, and they didn't like that news channel, and they were booing and everything else. And she said, "Oh, there's hope for us. There's hope for us." And I got to thinking. I said, "Well, yeah, I can see why those folks wouldn't like that particular news channel. Usually, barflies and people that are generally low information, and and people that generally are." Drinking may not like that news channel, so I didn't delete her yet, but it just so much is going on, and it causes some anxiety. I have to tell you that. So, but it's something that I try to always be centered if I can, and I try to make myself as balanced as possible. So today we're going to talk a little bit about that. And by the way, you know, just talking about anxiety and things like that, I went to Kansas over the weekend, and Kansas was pretty lucky over the weekend. They didn't get hit with any tornadoes or, you know, any devastation the way Nebraska did and Oklahoma. And I was really happy about that because I was afraid that my vehicle might be destroyed, and it didn't happen. But what did happen was where I was going, someone got this big rock and and busted the window. At least I wasn't robbed this time, so that's that's good. It's just been an interesting year, and lots of meditation on my part to stay centered. So that's why I thought, you know, maybe it's a good thing to maybe talk about that a little bit here on the program today. And so what I wanted to do is I just wanted to tell you when you are trying to meditate, when you are wanting to put yourself in a position to where you can get centered, especially after a day of lots of anxiety, you can go to that great place in your home. Okay. Now, if you don't have a great place, what you need to do is you need to create one. And it's not a place. It's usually not your bedroom. Okay. It's usually another place in the house or a place where you live. It's the spare bedroom, a media room if you have that, or if you have another place where you can just have some quiet time. It's a good thing to have a space which is not the place where you generally go to bed or rest. This way, you can call it a great space. You can call it a place where you have maybe memorials to crossed over loved ones or pets. A place that is just for you, you know. That's the first thing that you should do when you're creating that great space. That might be the place where you light candles for world peace or whatever, and it just is a place where those things are relevant to being at peace and calm, and so that's the first thing. That's the first step. And the first step is to go to that place and then making time, at least 30 minutes if you can, to do that. And some people do just take a nap. A nap is maybe a form of meditation during the day if you can do it. If you're at work, you might want to go sit in your car for a few minutes, or another place where you can maybe close your eyes and just take a brief few minutes to just clear your mind, okay? Because it's good for your attitude. It's good for your relationships. It's good for the work environment to kind of step away and to have that clearing. And then when you once you've done that, it just makes the rest of the day a little bit easier, just a little bit less stress than what you might have otherwise if you just kind of bull through the day. And I know a lot of people do that, and that's fine if that's what they really want to do. Some people take an energy drink, which I haven't had much luck with those, but it seems to be a healthy practice to just take that 5 minutes a day, maybe as much as 30 minutes if you can, to kind of make a shift. Because a lot of times in the morning or the first half of the day, you constantly are building up, getting things ready so that the action part of the day might be in the afternoon. But you can be wore out too by the afternoon. By the time lunch is over, or lunch has been completed, and a lot of times going to lunch can be a stressful time with traffic and waiting in line at a restaurant or something like that. So if you can find that few minutes to just be at peace, then it's going to help you the rest of the day. Okay. And we'll take a caller here in just a minute, but I just want to kind of set the stage here, and I'm going to tell you some tips about meditating that might be helpful to you, because these tips are going to be something that you can take with you, and we've talked about this before in the past, and I just revisit a lot of topics at times because I want to just emphasize how important they are, because being a psychic and learning your psychic abilities is really a very healthy lifestyle. Okay. Because if you can kind of wind down a little bit in the middle of the day, or you can wind down before you have another block of your day, it can make that block much more fruitful, much more beneficial, or very helpful to you. So, a lot of times people don't believe in that, but I do, and I found that it's helped me be a lot more successful, especially with my attitude and my energy levels. So, of course, I'm getting a little bit older too, so maybe that's part of it. So let's go to our first caller. This is Mackenzie in Napanee, Ontario. So, Mackenzie, are you there?
I am here.
Okay. Do you ever meditate? You ever take some time out to just relax, and maybe in the middle of the day to kind of take the edge off?
I do. I love to go outside and sit by the forest. My work is surrounded by trees, so I go outside and I sit and I listen.
And you listen. That's very good. We're going to talk about that in a minute. but
Perfect.
but it's something that's really good and healthy, and once you're done, you just have kind of a new outlook on things, and you just kind of feel like, well, I'm ready to jump into the rest of the day.
Yeah, absolutely. It gives you that fresh perspective that you needed.
That's right. And so that's what I wanted to share with the audience today, and I'm glad you're validating that. So Mackenzie, it seems to me that you're a person that likes to start things. That you like new things. You like things that are going to be exciting, especially things that are upbeat. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So what do you have a question for me today? Is there somebody that's kind of impeding you from being happy at the moment, or what?
You know what? I signed up with the intention of maybe asking a question, but I think I would rather just kind of let you say what you think I need to hear instead.
Okay. Okay. Well, I feel like you need to hear is to believe in yourself. Is
Okay.
to not take criticism too seriously, because um, I just don't see a lot to criticize about you. You know,
Oh, well,
so
thank you so
so
much.
if you have people that are naysayers, I think you need to take all of that in perspective. And I'm not saying don't look at constructive criticism, but if there's people that are around you, I don't think you like to be around negative people anyway. So I think you try to surround yourself with some positive people, and because you just have such good energy that you're portraying to me. What is your birth sign?
Thank you. Yes. So the original sign would be an Aries, but I guess now I'm a Pisces since it changed. But I don't know if
What,
you go by that or.
why would it have changed?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I heard that some of the dates had changed, so I wasn't sure if it would change or not for me. But I was born in Aries.
No, no, no. The dates haven't changed. Now, what's going on with Pisces right now is Saturn is there, but this is a time for you to make some ground, as far as I'm concerned, because you're not encumbered by something like a Saturn or something like that. Even Uranus is, I believe, in Taurus right now. So this is a time for Aries to make some ground. So if you do want to start something new, as long as you have a good plan, as long as you have, doing it from a grounded perspective. Now, are you wanting to get married, or do you want to enter into a relationship with someone?
I am in a serious relationship, yes, and
Do you want?
and we've kind of danced around the idea, but I guess more important things take over right now. I'm still pretty
So
young, both of us are, so it's just not really our priority per se.
o-
But
okay, but it does look like you would like to marry this person at some point in time. Is that right?
yeah, absolutely.
Okay, all right. Well, this is a time to make sure that this is the right person for you, and that they you're getting what you need out of that relationship. So I don't know. I just think it's all full speed ahead for you, and and just be a guard against any self doubt. Just trust yourself, and to just keep moving forward. So I think the person you're with is also supportive of you, and I just feel like that's a good thing. So I hope that was
Yeah,
helpful to you, Mackenzie. So thank you very
that
much
was
for your
great.
call. Okay, all right,
Yeah,
thank you.
thank you so much for your insight. I appreciate it.
You're welcome, Kate. Take care. Bye bye.
Take care. Bye.
Okay, so I want to talk a little bit more about the next part of my talk today about meditation. And part of it is about, like I say, setting the stage, that place that is ready for you when you are ready to wind down. And in the case of Mackenzie, she liked to go outside and sit near the forest. I mean, that's her great space. So what a great space to have. But if you can't have a big forest around you, and you can only have a room or someplace like that, then that's fine too. But you need to get yourself comfortable, of course, and sometimes people sit in a lotus position, and sometimes they want to lay down. If you've had a particularly rough day, and this might just be a John Cappello thing, so don't think it's a something scientific. But you might want to first lie down on your right side. Okay. The right side is your recent past. It's the masculine side. It's the side that you may have just had some type of situation that's caused you a little bit of distress. And so by lying on or laying on your right side, you kind of get control of it, and you can kind of calm down a little bit, you know. And once you feel a sense of calm, you can turn to the left side and maybe rest a little bit easier. If you find that you are tossing and turning, you might lay on the left side for a while, and then that energy build again, move back to the right side. You know, so this way, as you calm down by being on laying on the right side of your body, then you can gradually start to get calmer. Okay, so you might just look at some other ways of settling down from trauma. But and I'm not saying it's always trauma, but you know, if something's upset you or you've had just a stressful day, laying on the right side is sometimes kind of helpful. So another thing is that when you are getting settled, you want to kind of set your intention. Okay, set your intention to release stress or to help solve a problem or to get some insight. These are things that are necessary when you are wanting to meditate. You don't absolutely have to set your intention. You can just say, I just want to rest. Well, that's your intention. That's your intention to clear your mind. And if you want to do that, that's fine. But set the intention and then focus on your breathing. Okay. Usually it's easier to do the deep cleansing breaths if you're in kind of sitting up, or at least it's harder to do the breathing exercises if you're laying on your side. But either way, there are benefits to both. But when you do start the breathing exercises, you want to breathe in a big breath, and send that healing energy. You might want to start with the chakras. You might want to start with the root chakra, and then exhale. You want to send that. You want to breathe in that healing energy, that soothing energy to those areas of the body that might be under stress. And usually it's the root chakra. So then when you might want to hold it, or when you want to exhale, exhale all the negativity that's there. So let's go to our next caller, and we'll continue our conversation about meditation here in just a moment. Oh, by the way, before I forget, there's still time to sign up for the Monday Astrologer. It's next week, starts next Monday. So just send me an email, john@johncappello.com, so I can get everything set for you. But it's going to be a good series of 6 astrology classes, classes that you'll be able to take advantage of wherever you go. So just remember that. And if you decide to take it, it's affordably priced, only $99.97 for all 6 classes. So let me know if I can be of service to you. So now let's go to Nikki in Canterbury, Connecticut. So Nikki, are you there?
Yes.
Okay. Nikki, do you meditate at all?
Do.
You do?
I do.
Okay.
I try to as much as I can.
You try to? Okay. Yeah. It sounds like you're a person. I just feel like you're a person that's a little bit frazzled. Do you have children?
I do.
Okay. Are they, and still in school and stuff?
No, I actually have a daughter, and she's older. She's 24.
24. Okay. I don't know. I just feel like you still have a lot of people that depend upon you, and I just feel like maybe you have a little post-traumatic stress of getting everybody ready for the day, or just seems like a lot of people have depended upon you to get them off and going. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So it just seems that you're trying to find time for yourself. Now, is there anything going on in a relationship for you right now that has caused you some concern?
I'm not actually in a relationship right now.
Does that cause you some concern?
Yeah. I just
Okay.
wondered just this past year.
So,
Um,
now, what is your birth sign?
I'm Aquarius.
Aquarius. Okay. Well, we Aquarius, we're kind of a unique group here. And
Hmm.
Aquarius is starting a new paradigm, a new way of life. A big transition is on its way right now. And so, were you divorced about 2 or 3 years ago, or how long are you divorced?
I was divorced many years ago, almost 9, 10 years ago now.
9, 10 years ago. Okay, okay. Well, that would still be kind of a Saturn aspect, because it probably was in a time, because every 7 years there's that Saturn aspect. It seems to me that you are ready for another relationship. It feels like you're ready to be able to put energy into a relationship. Do you want another relationship?
I mean, I'm definitely open to it.
Okay. Well, it just seems to me like you need someone that's going to be more accepting of you. Okay. Because I
Yeah.
feel like in some ways you felt discounted, or you felt maybe a little bit used, or like
Hmm.
you weren't appreciated. Okay.
Yeah.
So the next relationship, I feel like you need someone who's going to be more of an equal, someone that is not going to take you for granted. Because I feel like in the past you felt like you were having to always please everyone. Okay. So,
Hmm.
excuse me.
Yeah.
And the next relationship, it's not that you mind pleasing other people, it's just that you want them to please you too, which is
Yeah.
fair.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
So, I don't know. I feel like another relationship is relatively close. I'm not going to say it's tomorrow, but I do think that you are ready. I think that it is time.
Somebody
Um,
maybe I'm talking. Is it somebody I know or somebody new?
this feels like someone new. Okay, it feels like
Oh, new,
someone,
new. Okay.
yeah, someone new. I feel like if you knew them, that they would have made an approach to you by now. So, are you
Okay.
a member of any kind of spiritual community or anything?
Not at the time. No.
Okay. Well, it just seems like the more networking you do, especially with like-minded people, and of course, I'm
Hmm.
always going to be bent toward a spiritual community because I'm a psychic. But something that you enjoy doing, a hobby or some type of activity, that's probably where you're going to meet someone. Now, are you athletic? Do you like to do pickleball or tennis or anything?
Yeah, I like like kayaking and doing things. Yeah,
Okay.
I like more outdoor sports.
Yeah, yeah. It just
Yeah.
seems to me like you need someone that's kind of athletic, someone that's able to move around and not
Yeah.
decrepit. so, so I'm not going to predict necessarily another marriage, yes, yet, but I do think that there's going to be a companion coming for you, and so I feel like you need to be open to it. Okay.
Okay. Nice.
Okay.
Do you
All
see
right.
maybe
Well,
a possible move
um,
of location, like a
well,
change, like move
I'm
into
not
another
seeing.
state or anything?
Are you wanting to leave Connecticut or what?
Possibly. I've thought about it.
Okay. Well, that's it. That would be in keeping with this major transition that Aquarius is getting ready to go through. So I'm not going to say it's tomorrow, though. It's I think some more
Right.
conditions have got to occur, and it might involve a man. It might involve another person. So I got to let you go.
Okay.
We're getting close on time, but
Thank you.
thank you very much. Okay, and take care. Okay, bye bye. So we only have a few minutes left, and I want to finish up a little bit of a talk on the meditation, because when you are meditating, you heard Nikki talk about listening, and you heard Mackenzie talk about listening, and that's what you want to do. You want to listen for a mantra. You want to listen for a solution. And it may not make sense. Sometimes it's just a word that you may hear. And if you just get a little bit of rest, that's good too. But clearing your mind and being open, being vulnerable again, without being defensive after a session of meditation is a good thing, because we don't realize that sometimes the things we say or the actions that we do can be offensive to other people. We don't mean to, but it might be because we didn't take that time to get centered. So that's why I am a big fan of meditating, or at least taking a few minutes during the day to kind of get yourself centered. So that's about my talk. That's a little bit about my talk and about meditation. So once again, if you want to email me for a reading or be a part of the Monday Astrologer, let me know. The month of May is getting ready to start, and I've got lots of activities coming up in May, and I hope that you'll be a part of that. Now you can join my meetup group, and we've got another psychic development class coming up, which you could be a part of if you want to. We have the Monday Astrologer, and I have several trips in May. I've got Houston coming up. I've got Longview, Texas, Fort Worth, also, and I'll be going to Houston more than once this May. It's June. Excuse me. So I'm coming up on Oklahoma City again. So that's right. So next week I got to remember where I'm going to be. So hopefully there won't be any more tornadoes in Oklahoma, because I drove through one devastated area, Marietta, Oklahoma. It was just heartbreaking to see all the devastation in that area. But we'll just take it as it comes. So I want to be thankful once again for my sponsor, Miracles of Joy, in Bedford, Texas, and also Louisville, Texas. Be sure to use their promo code PS-0223 when you check out and purchase something on their online site. It's always a joy to work with Joy Koff and her staff. And so I'll be there May 8th for the psychic development class, so you'll be able to join in on that. We may do a Zoom session as well. So with that, I want to thank you once again for joining me here on the Psychic Side. Be sure to like my Facebook page and go to my website. You might find an article there that you enjoy reading. So that'll do it for this week, and I hope to have you join me next week here on the Psychic Side on the A1R Psychic Radio Network. So long. Take care. Bye-bye.